Bride in white, secrets in shadows. Lagos, Nigeria, burst to life with its unrelenting energy. Markets buzz, cars honk, and the iconic yellow Danfo buses weave through the streets. Overhead, the sun cast a golden glow on the sprawling city, promising another eventful day. The camera cuts to Teo, a tall, dashing young man clad in an impeccably tailored traditional agbada. He steps out of a sleek black car, exuding confidence and wealth. Today is his wedding day. Teo smiles faintly as he checks his wristwatch. His hands tremble slightly, betraying his nerves. Beneath his composed exterior lies a storm, a closely guarded secret threatening to unravel. The scene transitions to Adesewa's family home, where Yoruba songs and laughter fill the air. Adesewa, glowing in her bridal robe, giggles with her friends. She's the picture of joy, excited to begin a life with Teo. A perfect match, everyone agrees, or so it seems. The camera shifts to Evelyn, Adesewa's mother. She watches her daughter from a distance, her face graced with a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Evelyn is striking, elegant, and undeniably captivating, despite the slight tension in her expression. Viewers are drawn to her inner conflict, though its source remains unclear at first. We're transported to a flashback. Evelyn and Teo stand in her luxurious sitting room. The air is heavy with unspoken words. Evelyn wraps a silk scarf around her shoulders, her voice barely above a whisper. "This has to end," she tells him. "I know," Teo replies, his voice equally torn. But neither moves. The illicit affair had begun as a fleeting moment, two impulsive souls caught in something neither intended. But as feelings deepened, so did the risk. Both want to stop, but the magnetic pull of their connection seems impossible to ignore. Now, the affair lingers like a ghost, threatening to destroy not just the wedding but their lives. The streets leading to the wedding venue are adorned with colorful decorations. Guests dressed in Oso-Ebi, coordinated traditional outfits, make their way towards the lavish hall. The camera pans across intricate sculptures, Yoruba cultural symbols, and tables decked with richly embroidered cloth. As the celebration begins, tension builds off-screen as dark secrets and betrayals linger in the air, hinting at the chaos to come. Inside, Teo stands near the altar. His groomsmen are rowdy with jokes, but he forces a smile, his mind a million miles away. Every time he closes his eyes, he sees Evelyn, her face an unrelenting reminder of what stands to be lost. Evelyn enters, stealing breaths even amidst the already glamorous crowd. Draped in an exquisite lace blouse and iro, she draws more glances than the bride herself. But as she takes her seat near the front, her nails dig into her satin clutch. Finally, Adesewa arrives, radiant in her white gown. She floats down the aisle, her face brimming with excitement and love. Guests gasp in admiration, soaking in her elegance. Teo catches sight of her and manages a genuine smile, if only for a moment. But no amount of beauty can quiet the war raging inside him. The officiant begins the ceremony. Teo and Adesewa stand before the altar, the perfect couple in view of the guests. Adesewa's hand is steady as she looks up at him with pure devotion. The officiant begins the ceremony. Teo and Adesewa stand before the altar, the perfect couple in view of the guests. "Do you, Adite Olekana Obafemi, take this woman, Adesewa Ighodaro, to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you, Adite Olekana Obafemi, take this woman, Adesewa Ighodaro, to be your lawfully wedded wife?" There is silence. Teo's throat tightens. For a split second, his mind is flooded with memories, Evelyn's hands clasping his, her whispers pleading for secrecy, the nights they planned how to end their affair before it was too late. The officiant repeats the question, but Teo hesitates again. Soft murmurs ripple through the crowd. Evelyn's eyes dart nervously. Panic sets in. This is the moment of truth. Teo begins, but he's cut off as the hall's doors burst open. A voice from the back rises above the murmurs. He's a liar. Ask him about Evelyn. The entire hall falls silent. All heads turn to identify the intruder. It's one of Evelyn's close friends, a woman who clearly knows far more than she ought to. The crowd recoils in shock. Adesewa stammers, "What is she talking about, Teo? Who is Evelyn?" Teo's face pales. Evelyn rises to intervene, desperate to salvage the situation, but the damage is already done. The truth spills from her lips, delivered not for redemption but in the throes of panic. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen, Adesewa," Evelyn begins, her voice breaking. "But Teo and it's over now. It was a mistake." Adesewa stares at her mother in disbelief, her words shattering piece by piece. "You and Teo, my mother." Gasps erupt from the guest. The officiant tries, in vain, to regain control of the ceremony, but it's futile. Adesewa's voice rises in anger, trembling with betrayal. "How could you do this to me? Both of you?" She turns to Teo, tears streaking her face. "You were my entire world." The hall descends into chaos. Family members and guests begin arguing, taking sides in the unfolding drama. Some rush to comfort Adesewa, now slumped in a chair and sobbing. Others rail at Evelyn for her unforgivable actions. Evelyn tries to reach Adesewa, but her daughter pushes her away. "Don't touch me. I can't even look at you." Teo faces the fury of Adesewa's brothers, who advance on him with clenched fists. This is your idea of honoring our sister," one growls. Teo says nothing, his face a mask of regret and defeat. Evelyn, though devastated, tries to regain control. "This is a private family matter," she shouts toward the nosy guest. "Please respect our privacy." But the damage is irreversible. The affair, the lies, they can never be undone. As the dust begins to settle, the scene grows quieter, if no less intense. Adesewa sits alone in the bridal chamber, her wedding gown now disheveled. Flashbacks show her most cherished moments with Teo, all warped now by the revelation of his betrayal. Evelyn knocks softly before entering. "Please, just give me a chance to explain," she pleads. "Explain what?" Adesewa snaps, her voice hoarse from crying. "How you stole the man I was going to marry. How long did you think you could keep this secret?" Evelyn's resolve falters. "You don't understand," she begins but is cut off as Adesewa stands abruptly. "You're my mother, Evelyn. My mother. You were supposed to protect me, not destroy my life." Evelyn's tears fall freely now. "I never wanted to hurt you. It was a mistake. A terrible, terrible mistake." "Leave," Adesewa says firmly. "I need time to think, and I can't do it with you here." Meanwhile, Teo stands alone near the altar, the hall nearly empty now. Evelyn approaches him, her face stained with tears. "How did we let it come to this, Teo?" Evelyn whispers. "I don't know," he replies, his voice hollow. "But it's over now. Everything, everyone, ruined." Evelyn shakes her head. "I never should have let it happen. I let my weaknesses destroy everything that mattered." "I'll leave Lagos," Teo continues, ignoring her words. "It's the only way to fix this. Maybe with time." His voice trails off as he looks toward the empty doorway where Adesewa had stood just hours ago. "You think leaving will make this better?" Evelyn asks, her tone rife with bitterness. "For you, maybe. But I still have to face her." Teo says nothing, he silenced the last word on what has already been lost. Just as viewers think the truth has fully unraveled, another revelation rocks the story. Evelyn receives a mysterious call that night. At first, she hesitates to answer, but curiosity compels her. The voice on the other end delivers a shocking confession. Teo has a dark past, one that Evelyn unwittingly helped conceal during their affair. A sudden flashback reveals Teo's swift rise to wealth, funded by manipulative deals that Evelyn may have indirectly supported. Her guilt deepens, for not only has she betrayed her daughter, but she may have aided in yet another form of deceit. As Evelyn ponders this new revelation, the episode ends on a haunting cliffhanger. Adesewa, heartbroken but determined, silently packs her bags. Where she's heading is unclear, but one thing is certain, she is no longer bound by her mother, her groom, or her once fairy tale life. The final scene lingers on the aftermath. Evelyn stares at an old family portrait of herself and a young Adesewa, realizing her actions have permanently fractured their bond. Teo climbs into his car, driving into the Lagos night, his destination unknown. And Adesewa, she walks purposefully down a lonely street, a shadow of her former self but a symbol of resilience amid betrayal. Bride in White, Secrets in Shadows concludes with questions unanswered, lives in limbo, and viewers enthralled by its suspenseful tale of love, betrayal, and the weight of secrets. Please like, subscribe and share.